booking to today. It's actually not 3 a.m. yet. Although I did that thing again where the SD card stays in the Mac. I go out, turn the camera on, no card on camera. It's a real problem. And we're gonna do the intro, and then I'm gonna propose my big business idea to y'all. So years ago, there was a company, I don't know if the name of the company was Flip, but there was a product called the Flip. Shay Carl used it and loved it. I used it and loved it. I probably went through 4 to 6 of them. And it was video cameras. I think they started off at probably 480p, then they went to 720. I don't think they ever made it to 1080. Relatively low quality camera, but super easy to use, carry around, and just a functionally brilliant camera. So it's called a Flip because there's a lever on the side. You pull the lever, little male USB sticks out, then you plug that into your computer. That's how you charged it, charge the internal rechargeable battery, and B, that's how you would suck the footage off of the camera. So you didn't need to move any SD cards around, you didn't need to plug it in. It was right built into the side of the product. Now, downsides of a USB 2 or USB 3, big bulky connector on the side of the camera, and you need a little bit of mechanics to put a spring and a latch in there and all of that. So we're coming into an era where MacBooks, the Retina MacBook Pro already exists with the touch bar. Connectivity is dead. There is not going to be connectivity anymore, at least for a couple of years until we're fully adopted on USB-C, and then it will take another maybe decade for manufacturers of cameras and whatever the hell accessories to adopt USB-C as well. So what if Canon did a camera similar to what I have? I have an F350S. The 360S is out. Kind of waiting until they do a 370 or something before I make the upgrade. The one I have right now is falling apart, but it is still working. So what if on a future Canon camera, and I'm sure this is in the works, I'm definitely not the first one to think of this, but now that USB-C is going to be a forced standard, what if we had a little 1.5-inch dongle that sticks out or pops out or pulls out or is otherwise attached to the camera that we would then plug into a computer, which would allow us to charge the device, take the pictures and videos off of the device, maybe do setup, whatever's needed. So right now, you know, in any daily vlogger, I don't know what Charles Trippy does. He has the new touch bar MacBook, and he uses a Canon, used to be the ELPH series, now he uses like a G7X or some really expensive, it's like a $700 vlogging camera that's a lot bigger and bulkier than the one that I use, although it takes much better video quality. How does he get that footage from the SD card to the computer? Apple doesn't have SD card readers anymore. They do not even make an Apple branded adapter that would go from USB-C to SD. You've got to buy a third-party one, which the stores supposedly have, although the 2 stores I've been in did not have it. So the SD card is pretty much dead. That's not going to be a usable medium in a year to 2 years. It's going to have to go USB-C to avoid adapters. So that's kind of my idea with that. Anyways, sorry for a long clip already. I'm on my way to see Megan. We're going to go to dinner. She always comes to me. I'm going to her tonight. We're going to go to California Pizza Kitchen at Legacy Village. Today I got up, I went downstairs, I spent several hours in the basement doing wall repair, lots of spackling all over the place. I'll show you tonight. I'm going to switch the camera around and you guys can get a road view that's probably more interesting since you can actually see something. So did a bunch of spackling, wall repair, sanded it down, got a wet sponge, went over it. Then this afternoon I moved into taping the base mold and other trim areas that I don't want to get paint on with painter's tape. So I did a bunch of that, and now it's probably about 5 or 10 minutes of 7, and I'm on my way up to Cleveland area. I don't remember if I just mentioned it or not, but Joe came over about 2:15, picked me up, we headed to Panera, talked for a while, had a good lunch, and then went over to Home Depot to look at tools and car stuff, and well, they don't really have much car stuff, but tools that can be used on car stuff. I don't know how I missed that, but that was a big part of the day. On my way back now, there is nothing better than smooth jazz, Sirius XM, watercolors, nighttime driving. Porsche Beechwood here really has some awesome inventory consistently. They're all outside. Ferraris, everything, Porsches, GT3s, Corvettes, all outside. Really, it's a shame they have no indoor room. There's a wicked moon up here that I don't know if we're going to be able to see it. I just saw it a minute ago. It's like a really low, super yellow half moon. Must be behind the buildings now. Alright, I'm home, getting ready for bed, and I'll show you what got done today down here. Probably spent maybe 3 or 4 hours down here late this morning into the afternoon. So all of the ghetto marks, as I call them, from spackling, you take some sandpaper to that and you sand them smooth and then go over them with a damp sponge. And then it just leaves where the holes were filled and smooth. Then we got the base mold taped off, and it's the same problem I had in San Diego. Everything, the lip that is perpendicular to the wall where you want the tape to stick is probably 1 millimeter. So you can wrap the tape around that. Well, it's been 10 or 12 hours now and it starts to peel off. So right before you paint it, you go and press it down again. But unfortunately, it doesn't always stay flush, and that's when you peel the tape off then when you're done, and there's paint on the trim, and that sucks, and you gotta get a razor blade and go over it. It's very tedious. I took the little caps down from the lights, so we'll use this one as an example. There's a kind of a flange that goes around it. So you take the bulb out, and then the flange is held in with some springs. They look like this. And they came down pretty easily. However, you can see the one is not illuminated right now because I went to unscrew the bulb, and the glass part, I think I kept it, the glass part of the bulb screwed, but the part that threads did not. So we killed the light bulb, unfortunately, and I don't have any more, and I don't even know if you can buy this kind of bulb anymore. Standard 150 watt bulbs, no curly cues, nothing special. They're really light, but they've lasted this long, so I'll try to find one that matches. Probably won't be able to, but I'll do the best I can. Got the TV off the wall, the bracket, took that off as well. It was 0.5 millimeter nuts that I put in the studs there. So obviously I'm not going to patch those holes since that will be going right back up. Then I have like pencil on here. I wonder if I should erase the pencil before I paint. Paint probably has stain blocker in it, but it's easy enough to just erase those lines so you don't see them through the paint. So tomorrow I think I'm going to aim to get the ceiling done. I hate painting ceilings, and I do not want to do this other room over here where the trains are, so there's going to be a line that you may see where it stops, and if it's really bad, then oh God, I will have to go in there, and that'll end up being this whole room. And this room is full of, well, hookahs, but all of the train stuff. It would just be miserable to have to do this, so I may just deal with a line unless it's really bad, probably right here. So we'll have to see what that looks like. And the last time I did this wall right over to here, and you could kind of see it, but it was the exact same paint, so it wasn't bad. I don't want to have to do this room. This would be another couple days. There's not very many holes in here, so I wouldn't have to do a lot of wall prep, but all the taping and all this crap's in here, it would suck. So we'll see how it looks when it's done. But we're ready to hit the ceilings tomorrow. Have to get the extension on the roller and do that. That'll take a couple hours. But it'll be good when it's done. So I'm gonna go to bed now, and I'll talk to you guys, what is tomorrow, Friday. Good night.